Hi everybody, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video here on the Sam Cooks Kindness YouTube channel. I am Sam and I'm so happy that you are here. Today I'm bringing you a What I Eat in a Day video that is like all my other ones. So whole food, plant-based, oil-free food, very, very simple. I make these videos even though they tend to be a little bit repetitive because it's what I like to watch. It's what I think you guys like to watch, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to like eating simply and not complicated foods, never like feeling like you really have to follow a recipe. And, it's just realistic. I like to show you what I'm actually eating, and maybe you guys can relate and feel a little bit better about eating simply. I find that eating simply is helping me reach my goals. I've lost 30 pounds in the last year following this way of eating, 60 pounds since my highest weight, and I'm really happy with the results. I love how I eat, and so I'm going to show you what I eat today. It's going to be a journey because I have no plans. I don't know what I'm eating. It's probably very similar to how I usually eat. It's going to be a lot of things that maybe you've already seen if you've been here for a little bit, but I'm just being honest. So let's go. I'm hungry. It's breakfast time. I've got my coffee and I'm about to make my oatmeal. I'm making my mango cauliflower rice oats. I showed how to do it in other videos, so I'm not going to show you again today, but I'm making myself a giant bowl of oats. I just got in from a cold walk with my dog, and a hot coffee and a hot bowl of oats. It just sounds really good. So we're going to get into that right now. So here's my breakfast. This is a giant, giant bowl of oats. I don't know if you can even tell. It's about 3/4 cup of quick oats, a banana, a cup of mango, a whole ton of frozen riced cauliflower with a little bit of soy milk and flax and cinnamon, and I microwaved it. And it's simple and fast and easy and cozy and delicious. So my oatmeal is way too hot. So while that's cooling down, I just wanted to pop on and talk with you a little bit. It's Monday. It's the start of a new week. It's December. It's the rush of the holidays is like fully in swing now. And I just wanted to chat about my weekend a little bit. So I had my cookie day. In my last video, I mentioned how I was going to approach that. And I'm happy with how my cookie day went. We get together with my family. It's a really fun tradition that I like to do every single year. And this year I made my healthy oatmeal cookies. They're whole food plant-based and they're delicious and I love them. And then I made like a couple other cookies. I made some chocolate chip cookies for my husband, which honestly they turned out really bad. But I feel like I need to redeem myself and try again. But they're here, and I just wanted to say that during cookie day, I ate cookies because it was cookie day. So I had a couple of my like whole food plant-based on-plan cookies, but I also did have some of the chocolate chip cookies too, which were not whole food plant-based. They were vegan, but they weren't whole food plant-based. And it's fine. There's no guilt here. It is what it is. And I still eat my veggies. I still eat my potatoes and all my healthy foods during the day. But I did eat the cookies because it was cookie day. And today, I will say that I honestly, you know, I didn't feel the best about eating those. Um, Not because I felt guilty about it, but more like it honestly just wasn't actually that enjoyable. Like I enjoyed my whole food plant-based cookies that I made. I'll link the recipe for you down below. It's one of my favorites. I make it every year. So I'll link those oatmeal cookies for you. And there's no guilt. There's no guilt in food to begin with. There shouldn't be. But my body just immediately was like, these are not for you. I don't even know how to explain it. I just didn't feel great about eating them. Like I felt kind of greasy. Like my stomach was like meh. But I'm moving on, and I have my healthy cookies in the house. So if I want a sweet treat, I have those, and I have my normal food, and it is what it is. But I'm not gonna let it bring me down because why would I let it continue? If I choose to have a holiday treat, I'm gonna enjoy that holiday treat, and then I'm just gonna follow it with a veggie or fruit or something. So that's just my little rambling thought for the weekend. And how I'm going to eat today will probably be pretty on plan because I didn't like how I felt after I had that. So we'll see. We'll see how that affects my day. These are the best. They're so cozy. Mm. You don't have to add veggies into your breakfast if you don't want to. I'm just at that point in my journey where I like to try to get in as many veggies as I can. And honestly, the rice cauliflower with the quick oats blends up so nicely. You don't even really tell the difference. And just feels like I have a giant, giant bowl of oats. So I love that for me. So I'm about to throw together my lunch. I have this cauliflower that really needs to get eaten. So that's going to be my veggie today. I'm going to have a serving of tofu and some sweet potatoes that I'm going to start in the microwave and then pop in the air fryer so they can get crispy and delicious. And I don't know what else is going to be with this, but this is a start. So we'll see where it takes us. So I love tofu, and I can basically eat it plain, but I am going to season this and toss it in towards the end of the cooking time with my sweet potatoes, and I'll toss it in some seasonings. I haven't decided what yet. And then the rest of it is going in my fridge for lunches later in the week. The sweet potatoes are basically cooked through just from being microwaved in the steamer, and now I'm going to add some garlic powder and some Green Goddess seasoning blend from Trader Joe's onto these and just air fry them until they look like I want to eat them. And then the cauliflower is about to get popped into the microwave steamer, probably for like 5 to 6-ish minutes. I want it to be pretty soft. So this is my finished lunch that I'm actually eating. I decided to just leave the cauliflower steamed because I couldn't be bothered. And I'm going to top it with some coconut aminos just for some flavor. And then my sweet potatoes and my tofu, I'm going to dip in some ketchup and mustard just because I like to have a dip. I'm a condiment type of person, and no meal is complete without it. So I've got my starches in my sweet potato, I got protein in my tofu, tons and tons of non-starchy veggies, and this is a huge plate. It's going to keep me full for a long time. I made myself a little matcha latte as an afternoon pick-me-up. I've been trying to avoid a second cup of coffee, so matcha has been a nice change for me when I want something else in the afternoon. This is just matcha, agave, water, and a little bit of soy milk, and it's very delicious. So on Sunday nights, I take a little bit of time to write out a general meal plan of dinners for the week so that I can kind of save myself some brain space when I'm thinking about what I'm going to be cooking. So today is our busy night. We have kid activities, so I always keep it to a really easy, simple meal. And today I decided we're going to do soup and fries, like baked fries. So I prepped a whole bunch of frozen tomato soups over the summer because I have a big garden and we had lots of tomatoes. So I made a huge batch of tomato soup and I froze them in batches for nights like tonight. So I'm going to defrost a tomato soup and I'm going to make a whole bunch of fries. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything else with it or not. I'm going to make my kids a pizza. I got like a pre-made pizza dough from the store. So they're not really into tomato soup. I wish they were. But I'm going to make them pizza. I'm going to have soup and fries. And then I don't really have to think about dinner that much. So that's what dinner's going to be. I'm telling you now before my kids get home from school and things get loud and chaotic and I can't really film as much. So I'm letting you know I'm defrosting that soup. I'm going to prep some fries so that they're ready to go and we can have an easy dinner when the time comes. And I'll show it to you when it's done. So here are my crispy oil-free fries. They're super easy to make. I just chopped up the potatoes and I microwaved them in a bowl of water for about 9 minutes. And then I tossed them in some nutritional yeast and Old Bay seasoning and tossed them in the oven for about 15 minutes at 400 on convection, and they came out nice and crispy. No need for any oil, and they are going to be super great paired with my tomato soup. Got a nice light dinner tonight, but it's going to be just as filling with all those starches, and I'm really excited to sit down and eat this. I paired my fries with a little bit of sauerkraut and hummus, ketchup, and mustard for dipping, and there's my soup, and that was my complete dinner. So as you can see, it's nighttime and I am finished eating for the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. a day in the life on a whole food, plant-based, oil-free diet. Nothing fancy, no recipes, everything's super simple. I hope it gives you some inspiration to know that you can eat simply and you don't have to go all out to be healthy. Just eat the foods that you like to eat. Focus on those veggies for that filling, like low calorie dense foods, the starches to keep you satisfied. And yeah, so this is how I eat. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if it gave you any inspiration, if you eat this way, or if you're striving to eat this way. Let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another one. And if you feel like you want to support me in another way, I do have a vegan blog called samcookskindness.com. It's completely free. There's tons of vegan recipes there, and I would love for you to check it out. So I will see you in the next one, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Bye!